Hi, my name is Judy Grobstein, Manager of Education and Audiology at Starkey, Australia, and I'm here today to talk to you about Starkey's approach to real-time remote programming capabilities with Hearing Care Anywhere live sessions. Starkey's Hearing Care Anywhere is compatible with the entire Livio range of products. That will include our premium Livio Edge AI, Livio AI, and Livio in all styles and all technology tiers, straight down to the fully subsidized Livio 1000 BTE device. In order to have compatibility with Hearing Care Anywhere, the system requirements from the clinician standpoint will be that they have the most recent version of the Inspire programming software installed on their fitting computer, or at least 2020.1 or newer. They need to be logged into their Hearing Care Anywhere dashboard and must have a viable internet connection. For the patient, they simply need to be wearing Livio devices. They need to have a smartphone and the Thrive Hearing Control app downloaded onto their phone, and also must have an internet connection either through their data logging on their mobile phone or via Wi-Fi. For best compatibility and connectivity, we do recommend that they have the most recent version of the operating system installed on their mobile phone. Now, the great thing about live sessions is it allows the professional to make remote hearing aid programming adjustments in real time using a two-way audio-visual link between yourself as the clinician and the hearing aid user, thus a real-time approach to remote programming. As I said, Hearing Care Anywhere live sessions is available in all styles and technology tiers of Livio devices, including Livio Edge AI, Livio AI, and Livio. And it is compatible with both Apple and Android smart devices, assuming that they are supported by the Thrive Hearing Control app. In order to use Hearing Care Anywhere, there are 3 steps to set it up. The first is setting up your Hearing Care Anywhere dashboard. Then you must enable remote programming within the Livio hearing aids. And lastly, you need to enable remote programming or activate it within the Thrive mobile app. So let's take a look at these 3 steps, starting with setting up the Hearing Care dashboard. The dashboard serves as the professional control panel for answering and managing remote programming requests. So when this is first set up, that clinician who set it up will be the administrator and will have the ability to add in other clinicians that may work at the practice. You can group them together. You can add in multiple locations as well. Now, to set up the Hearing Care dashboard, you'll enter it by going to the Get Started screen on the left navigation bar of the Inspire software, where you would normally go to connect devices. You'll see just below it gives you the option for remote programming. Now, you'll see if you already have set up your dashboard, it will give you the option to log in, which we recommend you doing at the start of each day. If you haven't yet set up your Hearing Care dashboard, it will give you the option to start the setup process. In order to set up the Hearing Care dashboard, you must have a valid email address, a Starkey account number, and then it will give you the ability to add your practice name, address, phone number, office hours, and so forth. So when you're ready, you'll just click to start the setup process. It will then give you the option to add in your name, email address, and create a password. It will then send you a link to that email address to verify. And once you do so, you can continue with the setup process, simply entering in your account number, practice information. And then for the remote type, we do recommend that you select both so that the patient will have the option of the live sessions, or they can send a remote adjustment request on their own time if necessary. Now, if you'd like more information on how to set up your Hearing Care dashboard, we invite you to view our Starkey at a Glance video of the Hearing Care dashboard setup process. Now, once the dashboard is set up, as you have patients there in your office, you must enable remote programming for each individual patient within their hearing devices. Now, this can be done remotely, or it can be done while they're connected to the Inspire software, maybe while they're there for their fitting appointment. Now, to do it within the software, you're going to go to the Patient Tools screen. Then you'll simply tick the boxes to enable remote programming. And at that point, you're going to generate a 6-digit code. It is this 6-digit code which will eventually be placed into the Thrive mobile app to create that secure and private link between your Inspire programming software and the patient's hearing aids via the Thrive mobile app. You must create a unique code for each individual patient, and you cannot reuse the codes. So if we take a look at how to do this within the Inspire software, you'll simply go to the patient tools screen on the left navigation bar. In the center section, you'll see remote programming. You'll tick the box to enable remote programming, accept the patient consent, and then go ahead and generate that 6-digit code. So just that easy to do. Now, if the patient is not in your office, maybe you've already fit them and now they require remote programming options, you can generate that remote programming code remotely. What you'll do is simply enter the patient's NOAA file, open the Starkey software, and on the top toolbar, you'll simply click on Tools, and then the third option down will allow you to generate that remote programming code remotely, and then just call up the patient, give them that unique code, and walk them through how to place it in their Thrive mobile app. I do want to note that each remote programming code is only valid for 3 days. It will expire after 3 days, and if it hasn't been placed into the Thrive mobile app, you will be required to generate a new code. Now it's time to place that 6-digit code into their Thrive mobile app to activate the remote programming feature. Now, in order to have access to Hearing Care Anywhere, the patient must be logged into the cloud, and they can do that through Facebook, Google, Apple, or they can create their own unique Thrive cloud account as well. Once logged into the cloud, they'll simply go to the settings on the bottom right-hand side of the toolbar, followed by Hearing Care Anywhere in the center of the screen, and simply tap to add a professional. Just that easy. They simply add that 6-digit code onto the screen there to create that secure and private link. Once the code is entered, they'll hit done, followed by submit. And then they will need to accept or authorize the clinic to have access to the information. And then once that's done, they're ready to go. So if we click the back arrow, we can see Very Good Hearing Center there on the screen. They're able to see the practice name, hours of operation, and address and phone number. All right, now it's time to use our live sessions remote programming. Now, from the patient standpoint, if you as the clinician start the session first via the dashboard, they will receive a push notification on their phone that the session has began, and they can simply click there to access Hearing Care Anywhere. Alternatively, they can join the session on their own. So they would go to Settings, Hearing Care Anywhere, and simply click to join live session. Then it will connect to the professional, and this is the screen that they will see until the professional, you as the clinician, joins the session through the Hearing Care dashboard. Now, the patient will have the ability to enable or disable their video cam, mute the microphones, or end the call on their own. Once the clinician joins the session, they will appear in the larger frame on the Thrive mobile app, and the patient is ready to go and have that conversation for the live sessions appointment. Now, from the clinician standpoint, you'll enter the session via the Hearing Care Anywhere dashboard. So you'll see that you have a list of all of your clients who have used Hearing Care Anywhere there on the screen. And when the patient joins the session, you'll actually receive a green dot notification. A little green dot will indicate that the user has joined the live programming session via their Thrive mobile app and they're ready to go. If you then click on that arrow next to the patient name, it will give you the specific device information as far as what they're wearing, serial numbers, and so forth. And when you're ready to begin, you'll simply click Start Fitting to open up the session. Now, what it will do is open up the Inspire programming software, and to the right of it will be that audio visual link so that you can have a conversation with your patient about what their issues are so that you can go ahead and continue with the programming adjustments. Now, as the clinician, you also have the ability on the screen there to enable or disable your video cam, microphone. You can mute your microphone and you can end the session from here as well. And at the top, you will see the connection status, whether or not the hearing devices are connected to their Thrive mobile app. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and do a live demo of live sessions. So you can see right here our Hearing Care Anywhere dashboard, and I've got a list of all of the clients who I've previously used Hearing Care Anywhere remote programming, and I can see my patient George Santana has entered the session through his Thrive mobile app because I have that green dot indicator that he has joined the session. And if I click on his name, I can then see exactly what he's wearing. So I know he's wearing Livio Edge AI devices. I can see his style and serial number. And then when I'm ready to start the session, I'll come over to the very bottom right of the screen and I'll simply hit Start Fitting. Now at this point, what it's going to do is open up my Inspire software, and just to the right of it, it will open up that audio visual link so that I can have this session. I'm just going to mute my Hearing Care Anywhere microphone so I don't have feedback from the recording. So now I can see my patient, Mr. George Vincent Santana. Hi, Mr. Santana, how are you today?
I'm very good. How are you, Dr. Judy?
I'm doing well. What can I help you with? You said you were having a few little issues, and I know due to the current lockdown, you're unable to come into the clinic today. So hopefully I can make the changes that you need remotely. What's going on?
I just have two small issues, really. I've noticed that when I'm in my normal memory, it just seems to be a little bit too loud. I'm having to use the volume control on the app to turn it down. So that's something I'd like you to help me with. And also, I'm having an issue when I'm in restaurants. There's certain times when I wish I could just get a bit more comfort with that background noise.
Perfect. All right, we can certainly help you with that today. So as we can see, I can have a nice conversation with my patient. I've got a larger view of him. I can see, I've got two monitors, but I can see myself up there on the screen. And I've got my Inspire software, so his normal memory is a little bit too loud, so I can easily go in and just make a small gain adjustment here. Now, the very important thing is once you make a change in the software, this button is incredibly important because I need to sync everything to send it back through the cloud so that he can hear those changes and they'll be saved to his devices. So let me send that through. It's quite quick. And as soon as I get the green check, I know he's received that. How's that sound for you now? Does it sound a little bit better, a little more comfortable?
Yeah, it definitely does sound a little bit softer, which is nice.
Perfect. Let's address those issues with your restaurant memory. I can even come into my sound manager screen, so there's a lot of flexibility in what you can adjust remotely. He's got a restaurant memory, so I'm actually going to max out his speech and noise management. I could change directionality if I wanted to. So lots of great options. And again, because I've made that change, he will have heard switch to a new memory and those changes once I sync and send it through. So we'll send this over to him. Once I get the green check, I'll know they're through. All right, well, obviously you won't hear the difference for this one until you're able to get back into the restaurant, but you can, let me know if that's an improvement for you. All right. Anything else I can help you with today?
No, that's it. Thank you.
All right, it was great seeing you. Now, as a clinician, when I'm ready to end the session, I'll simply hit the end call button and I'll go ahead and do that. Bye, Mr. Santana.
Bye, Dr. Judy.
And then it will ask me if I'm sure I want to leave the live session. I'll simply hit yes. And then when I exit out of the software, I'll just probably want to save that was a remote programming session, decreased gain, norm, whatever notes you want to make, save that session, and then you're set to go. Just that easy. Okay, so as a reminder, that sync button is incredibly important. Anytime you see the green check mark, you know everything is up to date and has been sent through to the patient on the other side. If changes are required syncing, then you'll get the double arrow, so you'll want to click to send them through, and it does give you the three little dots to let you know that the update is in progress. Do keep in mind if you get the red notification, that's an indication that you have a disconnection. So that sync button is incredibly important to lock everything in place. Couple last good to know items. Once connected and on the screen, you're ready to go for any of your necessary adjustments. Again, be sure to hit that sync button to set everything through. The user will automatically be moved to different memory environments as you choose them within the software, so they can listen to multiple memories. And the hearing aid user cannot use their Thrive app or user control to make adjustments while you're in the middle of a live session. So it would be the same as if they were physically in the office connected to your Inspire software. We do have several resources available to you. So we have quick tips on how to set up that hearing care dashboard, how to use the live sessions. So everything is there for you as a resource should you need it.
Thank you so much for watching Starkey at a Glance. Should you require more information on this topic or others, please feel free to reach out to your product specialist, or you can contact us on our toll-free number at 1-800-024-985.